Hey guys. Um, Thought I'd just mix it up a little bit. Obviously, trading futures most of the time. Um, Attempting to find success on futures trading. Look, I also dabble in some crypto and some shares and stuff, but I thought I'd just share my thoughts on Terra Luna Classic and its chart. If you want to read more about Terra Luna Classic and its community, I suggest Google it, go on Twitter, follow some of the guys on there that talk about Terra Luna Classic, some of the validators. Look, I think it's a chain with a positive future, but crypto is really, really unpredictable. So, but I'll just give you my thoughts on what I'm looking at. I have some Terra Luna Classic. I bought down the lows, and I also owned some back when it initially crashed. Um, Before it did the split, I actually owned some as well and made a decent amount on its recovery when it hit the bottom and crashed. And I bought millions and millions of coins for $30, and made a really good return, thousands off $30. So I'm not saying that's possible here. I think we're in a different climate now. There's a little bit more stability, but it has a bright future, is my opinion. And if we just purely look at the charts, what we've got is on the weekly time frame. So we've had sort of all this chop in through here. We sort of found this bottom, and we had this big pump back 12 months ago. What I'm looking for is see this volume come in here. So we haven't really seen the same sort of volume come through. So obviously, I'm not much of a volume trader, but it is another indicator that you should pay attention to. Okay. So in these instances, you can see volume comes in, creates a fair value gap, a little fair value gap in there, comes back down, touches in the fair value gap, and then you get an expansion through this high. Okay. And you start getting up toward these other levels. So up until that point, you can see when we get some volume down, we get the same sort of thing, fair value gap, retraces into fair value gap, down. Okay, so I bought some more down through here. Guys, I'm just holding my bag. Right. My goal is not any price targets down through here. Mine's like zero or hero, basically. Okay, I've just thrown in a couple $100 here and there. Okay, so I got a reasonable little bag there, but it's pretty risky. But if we just ignore that and just look at what I'm looking at the charts, I just monitor it to see what's going on. It's not daily stuff that I look at. Short term wise, I'm not interested in anything that really happens in here. I do want to pay attention to things like we've been breaking structure down on the weekly. Then we started getting some bullish movement. Then we got like a little bit of volume coming in, and we have broken structure on the weekly, right? So then this was the breaker structure on the weekly on the daily time frame. Then we got some daily downward pressure, and you can see here what we're really looking for is we're looking for this sort of price action, right? So fair value gap, and then you get a retracement. Okay, so get rid of that. Fair value gap, retracement of the gap, expansion. Okay, so you can see here respected all the way up until we disrespected this one here, right? We broke through it, and then we started respecting the bearish fair value gaps. Okay, tag, down, tag, potentially down, right? So up in this space here, currently what I'm looking at for me, and this is just my thought process, is we're here, okay? We've sort of come down, remember we're bullish on the weekly time frame, so unless you expect it, maybe it could definitely come down here. It could definitely continue lower. Okay, so this here, this has not been broken through. Okay, so currently it's respecting this bearish fair value gap. So we could definitely see price action, something like this, all the way down here, and even tag down to these lows. Okay, come down, take all these liquidity out down here, any leverage shaders, anything like that. And before, if we're going to go up, before we then really start accelerating up. Okay, so we're getting all this decreased volume on this little retracement. We could definitely see some more downward pressure. What I would be looking for is to see what happens if we do that, whether we crack through these lows, where we go. Look, for me, I'll just be monitoring what's going on. I'm not selling or anything like that at this point in time. In the short term, what I'm hoping for, and I seriously doubt that this time of the year we're going to get it, just with being like bank holidays and all that sort of stuff. But what I would hope for is that we're hoping for a break of structure on the daily, okay, before the weekly continues down and break structure. So I don't want this to come down and break below these lows, or we're going to go down and probably sweep it all, right? So what I want to do is hope that this stays bullish, and then the time frames start aligning bullish as well, right? So daily is currently bearish. We've cracked through this low. We've created fair value gaps. It's exactly the same theory as the stuff I use in futures trading. So we come down here. So I want to see big candle and volume at some point through here. Okay, I want to see it break through these highs, past this fair value gap, and then I want to see this be used as an inversion fair value gap. Okay, start building some support through this level here. Then we can classify this as bullish daily structure, and then we can anticipate that maybe we start reaching higher, right? And then you can see here we've got these other levels here, plus all-time highs, which is at 64.5, something like that. What I would be hoping for is that we start getting some volume come through. We need to confirm that this is breaker structure on the daily. Okay, so we want to see a big candle breakthrough here. Confirm that we have a breaker structure up. We don't have it at the moment. Okay, we're just retracing into this daily fair value gap, and there's every possibility that we come down. If we don't, and we break through here at some point soon, then we may be going up. That's what I'm looking at. Purely chart, and currently we're sitting at bearish. Okay, so that's all I'm waiting for. I personally like Terra Luna Classic. I think it has a bright future. I follow the community closely on Twitter, LUNC Dash, all that sort of stuff. Binance do burns, 0.5% burns on on-chain transactions. I think Terra Luna Classic has a bright future. It's had a really jaded past with screwing over a lot of people. I wasn't an original holder. Like I said, I got in after the crash, on the bounce when coins were, I don't know, 5 zeros, 6 zeros or something, below zero. So it was really, really cheap. Yeah. But anyway, and I still have a bag. So, and I've actually bought some more and averaged down, or averaged up really. But while they were low, I grabbed some more. And yeah, at the moment, waiting for a daily, candle closure above these short-term highs in hope that we can get some price action up, retrace back into here, and then start making our case for a bright 2025. And my price targets are much, much higher than this, but I'm just going to hold. Okay. I'm here for zero or hero basically for the money I've invested. Look, I'm not here to gain a few $100 here and there. Okay. I'm going to try and hold this out. And if it goes to zero, I'm okay with that. So sometimes you got to risk it for the biscuit, man. So, um, anyway, I'll let you know how it goes. Just thought I'd share what I'm looking at. I don't look at anything short term, it's all long term stuff in this particular situation. So, peace. I'll keep you updated in a few weeks and let you know where I'm at. Okay.